up, getting yet another stop. Oh, it's a wide open net, but Nickel played it straight up, and Tater still find the shot. He cannot waste an opportunity for OCU. They come close on the rebound, can't quite get it done, and they got to go back to the drawing board.
And that was K-Storm and the rest of OCU that was really just waiting in the wings for kind of a shot to come up, and K-Storm just simply comes on back to the middle and waits for this ball to enter that centering position. Perfect stuff right here. We were talking about open nets earlier, and the shot's not going in. Well, I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again, folks. How about that?
Let's see if OCU can continue that momentum off the goal, off the kickoff. It's back towards the Blue Devils. Messiah up early, looking to play it into the corner. Brave, a little bit of a pop back into the corner. Can't finalize it. Now Messiah, last man back, getting hunted down, still fights his way through it. Takes the 100 boost, but can't find the ball. The shot is off behind K-Storm. OCU will have to regroup. Losing control is Nickel. Maybe he can find another touch. He actually can find a dribble down. It's a pass just wide. K-Storm free net. The defense messed up there, going too early. The game is tied.
Hey, somebody's got to step up when it comes to these offensive performances. That looks like it's K-Storm here in game number 3. Couple University of Wisconsin players, couple of these Blue Devils kind of get caught looking at that one, and both kind of pointed the wrong way to try and make plays on this one. So perhaps the predictability for the pressure's not really there so much. Messiah! Nope, it's Volt Destroyer. I shouldn't have assumed, right?
Yeah, you see Volt Destroyer coming out. Messiah, it looked like he had the net, but once you saw Volt Destroyer, you know it's over. Your OCU. 3 net taken advantage of, and the lead right back into the hands of Wisconsin Stout, excuse me.
I just hope this isn't like messing with the mental, right? Because just the utter elation that comes with taking a lead, especially when you're down by 2, just so immediately afterwards dashed back to the same situation you were just in. The Volt Destroyer effect, perhaps.
Brave on a turn will take 100 boost away from the aggressive offense pushing forward. Won't be able to find the challenge. Instead, it's K-Storm looking for a teammate midfield. It's Messiah taking over himself further into the corner. Brave waiting, and instead it's Volt Destroyer to go and push the offense further. Pass down to Messiah, just dumps it into the corner. Smart decision to keep it away from the defense and keep the offense going. Nickel now gives it away to Volt Destroyer, ever so dangerous. The pass in the midfield, beaten out by Brave. But it's a free ball for Messiah, just dumps it in once again, just trying to not necessarily waste time. They are just trying to limit the opportunities that OCU is getting.
And that's really what it's about at this point. This is not a garbage time situation. This is not a waste time situation. This is not a keep away situation. But every single time that this team gets on offense and gets something going, that is some of this precious time that's gone away. Because University of Wisconsin just hasn't had the same scoring woes as OCU has. As I say that, open net situation, tie ball game, as Nickel, once again, taking this one all the way to the bank.
I could see this from my perspective. Messiah was on the back wall for OCU, waiting for a pass up from Volt Destroyer. But once the ball was just lightly touched into the midfield, it was going to be a free net Oklahoma City. And it certainly was. They tie the game back up, and Brave take advantage off the kickoff right into the hands of Nickel. Destroyer will be up in time, and he gives it away to Tater, pushing it forward into Nickel to get offense on for Oklahoma City.
Tater looking dangerous down bottom as they get this one in. Can't quite across the front plate of 2 different defenders. Almost gets this one all the way in, but Messiah, a little bit of a wonky angle right here, and this is just going to go down in the breadbasket of Nickel. Bit of a run, up and over. Brave can't do anything for it. Nose to you, snatches this lead back.
What a play here from Nickel, the solo down the field, and what a smart decision to force Brave into a challenge, twisting his car to get the perfect angle to shove that one into the net. They regain that lead back. Now with time ticking away, less than 90 seconds left for Wisconsin Stout to get another comeback to try to get themselves a sweep in this series. They'll look for the offense to try to get that done.
Messiah brings this one off impressively, but it's easily cut off right there. Up and down. Nickel can get there, though. Has the boost. Thankfully, if you're an OCU fan. Now 60 seconds left in this one. Down by 1. Voltage looking dangerous. Messiah up the top, looking for the second tap, but Nickel wise decision to get this one out, not allow any sort of double tap type situation.
Push to the other side. Brave, not expecting the challenge, does dump it behind Nickel, which gives them a little bit of an advantage pushing forward. Bull Destroyer is there, straight to the net. Easy enough stop for Nickel. He does give it away to Messiah. Dumps it off to Brave. Cannot really find the touch. Instead, K-Storm looking for the shot. Brave on the follow. Just dumping it forward. It's a bump on Nickel. Not enough to disrupt too much. Messiah coming up. Can't get the shot off in time. Does keep the offense on, but not for long. Bolt Destroyer back in more, looking for the back wall. A teammate coming in. It's Brave, but Messiah is stuck without boost. Now it's into the hands of Oklahoma City, looking to waste time. They lose possession, though. Brave behind one. Nickel, though, on the clear. Messiah can't keep it up. Bolt Destroyer does, but they got to go coast to coast to the other side. Messiah,
okay,
a good enough pop up. Looking for the shot. Not enough power on it. It drops down. We'll head to a game 4.
Yeah, a little bit of overtime situation. Not overtime, excuse me. A little bit of extra rounds, excuse me. No sweeps. No sweeps. Keep the brooms in the closet here, people. Leave brooms in the closet. 12 total shots for the University of Wisconsin. Still doesn't equal out into a W. 4 of these goals coming off the back of 7 shots. More than a 500 batting average right here, Powder. OCU doing exactly what they need to.
Right, I mean, we saw Wisconsin Stout still get a ton of shots on the board, but this time OCU was finally able to get back the other way to their own offense and took advantage of it. They didn't even necessarily need to shut down the Wisconsin Stout offense. It was just their own ability to get the other way resulted in a lot more opportunities and a lot more goals to be found. Heading into future games, though, in games 4 and maybe 5, I'd want to see OCU still stop the Wisconsin Stout offense a little more often, just to prevent the goals from piling up. That way they're not being forced to make comebacks, not being forced to try to score 4 in a game. So I think now that they've built up the offense, I think they can focus a little more on the defense to more silence the Blue Devils.
Exactly. I think they've done a fantastic job as well, Powder, of realizing Volt Destroyer, big part of this offense right here. Most recent game, 3 scores, University of Wisconsin, distributed as evenly as possible. Messiah, Brave, Volt Destroyer, all with 1. Coming down right now, University of Wisconsin drops this. Be looking at a game 5 type situation. University of Wisconsin takes this, be the 3-1 victory for them over OCU. 5 minutes to get there, though, folks.
Good pop up from K-Storm with free space to work with, but just not enough boost to keep it going. Forced to play the back pass. Tater, round 1. Brave, now taking the challenge successfully. Goes up the side, over 1. There's no boost to be able to follow, so instead it's Nickel. Back into the corner. Messiah taking over, beats out 2 now on the side of OCU. Can he beat out the 3rd? He can't find the ball. Bolt Destroyer, pass back, aggressive push from Brave. Keep the offense going. Still no shots to be found.
Yeah, wow. A much slower game here from both sides. Neither really willing to give up that initial goal, go down early. Like you said, kind of have to pay that comeback type situation, even if it is just down by 1. 60 seconds, 0 shots attempted from both of these squads.
Bull Destroyer looking for the first. Can't quite land it towards the net. Messiah, a challenge towards the other side. Bolt Destroyer, another pass backwards towards Messiah. Time and space, the first shot. Bolt Destroyer on the fake. He actually got a touch on it. I didn't see the touch come out. But still, Bolt Destroyer with yet another goal. Starts off the scoring in game 4.
That hits. Wow.
I guess
the feather tap.
technically.
The feather tap, yeah, right? Messiah's rending garments right now in anger. Because that should have gone towards them. But hey, Volt Destroyer should really just be happy that that was like a, well, it was just the mild touch, right? Not like the super heavy touch. I thought it was just a fake, and either way, it got the same result. Wisconsin early lead.
OCU needing to get back to offense, not wanting Bolt Destroyer to start to take over this game. Wins out a challenge, but K-Storm behind. Take back over. Nothing left in the tank. Can't even catch up to Messiah to disrupt. Instead, it's a You're back the other way for Messiah. Nickel off the ceiling. Can't do much with it. K-Storm caught awkward and losing control. It's Volt Destroyer to play it up. Or it's Brave past midfield. A little bit of a miscommunication. They still work it out. They still result in offense. Gold Destroyer being taken off the field opens up space for Oklahoma City University. They'll use it to their advantage to go on offense.
Last player back, Messiah saves. Until Tater has something to say about this from the left side. How did this see when he... I'm not even 100% sure how... Oh, okay, so I thought Messiah got that much farther back, and it looks like Messiah actually hit this one back, maybe even passing it to Volt Destroyer or something like that. Not 100% sure. What I do know is we got a tied 1-1 game.
It was a tough spot to be in for Messiah. He didn't even really pop it out. He just did what he could to try to gain control. And Tater just had a perfectly timed challenge that resulted in the ball slotting through into the net. Brave beats out 2 defenders. He's got Volt Destroyer in the midfield. Can't get a good pass. Volt Destroyer still finds a shot. Saved away by Tater, though. Instead, it's Tater back the other way. Good dunk from Nickel to keep the offense on. Volt Destroyer laying it towards the offensive side again. It'll be Brave coming up to keep it on. Beats out the defender. Volt Destroyer on the turn. Build up the offense more for the Blue Devils.
Brave down bottom. That's going to be a centering shot that Messiah was not ready for. Fortunately, they're back far enough to be able to play this one. Corner play. Demo out. Messiah taken down for a little while. Now back, and Nickel finds payload yet again.
Slight mistake here from Wisconsin Stout. Brave, this is a too aggressive of a push. Yes, you do have Messiah spawning behind you. And Messiah, I don't want to say it was necessarily a mistake. He did turn towards the boost, but I don't think he would have gotten to the net in time. Braves just got to be a little more patient there. The overcommit from Wisconsin Stout has cost them twice in this series, and this time costly as it puts them down with 1:45 remaining to try to get this one tied up and still try to take this series before we get to a Game 5.
Almost up to it. Nickel has really been playing up to the standard here. And this one, that's
What a
open
bang.
net! Brave finds it back. Nicely done.
What a banger from him. Messiah setting him up, and K-Storm not the touch he wanted. Brave reads it the whole way, makes up for his mistake earlier with a tying goal right there with 93 seconds left.
And that's just one of those situations. If Tater's in the same place, but literally just a little bit of a different horizontal alignment of the car, would have had a chance at it just like that. Brave strings 2 together, back to back right here. 10 seconds separating these two, and Wisconsin is back into the lead.
The over-aggressive push earlier turns into an offensive onslaught from Brave now, taking over. Now with 1:29 left, he has got 2 in a row, given the lead. Gold Destroyer will look for the third, cannot follow it up. It'll be Messiah instead to pop, look for a follow, gets it over. Now Brave with Tater caught awkward, can't get the follow. Gold Destroyer able to get the read. Brave puts it off the back wall for Messiah, looking for the double, looking for Volt Destroyer placed backwards. Now Nickel will do anything he can to get back onto offense.
Big boost in hand means he's got what they need. That's everything. And Nickel once again, man. Wow. Let's take a look at this one, just see how just impressive this is, right? Is this about 3 times on the way inside, tap up top, and Wisconsin players get a nice front row seat to their lead getting dissolved. 60 seconds to go, 58 seconds.
Brave off the kickoff with space given on the side wall and 100 tank of boost. Tater with a challenge, but back towards Messiah now. A Volt Destroyer last back, a quick turn, shuts it down. Now Messiah has to turn back, seeing as he's the last one. It's a double commit, but what a double from Messiah to allow Volt Destroyer to get back the other way. Nickel, a back pass now what he needed. Volt Destroyer taking his time, gives it in the midfield, but a teammate wasn't waiting, maybe wanting to play conservatively late, not wanting to risk anything. Messiah will dribble it down. Brave will come up on it. The backwards pass, not what Volt Destroyer needs. He'll still work it out. Still get the dribble. Looking for Messiah. A successful challenge is still popped up. Still for K-Storm. Brave a pop. Looking to get this back the other way. Seeing if they want to go aggressive late. It looks like they do. Brave has the shot put away by Nickel. A Volt Destroyer to the air. The Messiah shot is saved away at the last second, and it will roll down. We see a Game 4 overtime.
Hey, man, it's not an A-Star League matchup without an overtime, right?
Just another... I mean, this has got to be exactly half now that we've seen tonight that have gone into overtime. And now this one, important for OCU, is without this one, they will drop the series 3-1.
Volt Destroyer, uncharacteristic miss right there. Should be able to pick up a little bit of boost on the other side right now. Get back on the defense if they got to right now. Storm hanging over right now. Messiah over the top of one. Now Nichols, the last player back, needs to get this one centered. Does. Volt Destroyer comes up and in. And an overtime victory for the University of Wisconsin.
And who else could it be other than Volt Destroyer? 8 goals on the day. The last one to secure the victory in Game 4 overtime. A fantastic series from him and a fantastic showing from all the players on Wisconsin Stout as well. His teammates were setting him up the entire time. An OCU, an unfortunate loss there. They started that comeback and it was looking promising. Unfortunately for them, Volt Destroyer, a little too much to handle.
That's entirely fair. Messiah Brave helped out Void Destroyer, set up a bunch of these plays consistently. It wasn't all of them, but on offense, you can't argue with the numbers here, folks. University of Wisconsin moving on to a 3-0 run across this NACE Star League split thus far. Unfortunately, OCU dropping down to the even 500, that 2-2 record as of right now. Now, very short break, folks. When we return, we'll be having an interview action before we get the fourth match. That is Kennesaw State in Lindenwood going down here for the NACE Star League. Hello and welcome back. We are here. You're alive. NACE Star League post-game interview action. FBI Tugboat Powder, and we got Messiah on the horn with us here today. Messiah, can you hear me?
Yep. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well. I did not just win a relatively close 3-1 matchup over OCU, though. Sir, I got to ask you, 3-1 for games 1 and 2, and a little bit more of a closer situation as games 3 and 4. I want to ask you what changed as this series developed.
Well, we kind of knew that it was going to be kind of an easier game for us, I'd say. So we tried to have a little bit more fun in game 3. Kind of bit us in the butt there, but we decided to take game 4 more serious and just close it out.
There you go. Put a cap on top. Powder.
I mean, yeah, fantastic series from you guys. I mean, I got to start off with Volt Destroyer. I mean, he popped off. We kept track, 8 total goals on the day. Do you guys see him as your first man, the one to typically be the finisher, the one to go after the goals, or do you see yourselves as a more well-rounded team and he just happened to pop off today?
Yeah, I mean, Volt, incredible player. I have him as the MVP for this team, no doubt. Definitely a first-man player. I think all of us can play wherever we need to, but if we ever need somebody to, score goals, do whatever, Volt's definitely the guy we look to, for sure.
And then on top of that, with the victory here tonight, you guys obviously propel yourselves further into the standings, heading later into the season. What are you guys' thoughts on what is the goal here for this season? You guys think you're going to make it further than last season? I think you guys might have had a conference championship appearance, but what's the ultimate goal for you guys later this season?
Well, in years past, semesters past, we haven't done as good as we know we can do. So we're hoping to, make it further than we did previously. But obviously, we want to try to win it all, and I think we have the team to do it. So,
yeah. And may talk about, you got anything to wrap us up?
No, that's pretty much it. Messiah, I want to thank you for coming on in and give us a minute of your time after the game. As we all know, no victory is taken solo dolo. I want to ask you if you have any shout outs, sir, before we get you on out of here.
I'll just shout out my team and go Stout. Let's go.
Here you go. Shout out to the squad. Go Stout. Love it. Messiah, we will have you back at another time, but only if you win, because we only have winners in our interview box, right?
That's right.
There you go. Love it. Love it. Folks, this is Messiah over there, University of Wisconsin. Next up on the chopping block, that is Kennesaw State in Lindenwood. Now, Powder, do you have anything else for the good people before we go to a very short break?
I think that's about everything. Wisconsin Stout put on a fantastic showing there, really focusing on getting the ball over to Volt Destroyer, and Messiah and Brave played fantastically around him, setting him up when needed, and we're also there defensively as well. Great showing for them getting that victory tonight.
Indeed. Short break, guys. Back with you just a little bit with Lindenwood and Kennesaw State. Hello and welcome back. Short break was indeed FBI Tub of a Man Powder. We got Kennesaw State University taking on Lindenwood after yet another non-3-0. We don't do 3-0s here. No sweeps. We'll do reverse sweeps, but that's as close as we'll get here, people. Powder, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. I mean, not only has it been no sweeps here tonight, we've gotten plenty of overtimes, and this one surely to be another exciting one. Kennesaw State University versus Lindenwood University. Kennesaw we've gotten to see in semesters past. I'm excited to see what they can do tonight.
Absolutely. Speaking of, I counted them up. Took me a while. Yeah, and while during the break, 6 total overtimes for 13 games, just under that 500 batten record, just for overtime games. And I gotta say, 2-1 Kennesaw State, 1-2 Lindenwood. We might be going back. And it's a little bit more overtimes. That's Dolo, that's Fear, and that's Aura here for Kennesaw State. Taking a look, Lindenwood, Uno Knack, Stozard, Klazig, Beat MD, and Beneri. We'll see who takes the pitch here tonight.
Two fantastic rosters in their own right. Kennesaw coming in at 2-1 Lindenwood at 1-2, wanting to turn their season around as we start to head into the later half of the season. They want to push themselves towards the conference championships and the play-ins. Ever so important to get these regular season wins. Will be Lindenwood with some early offense down towards Unonak, not able to get there. Stozard loses out the challenge to Aura. Now no one home. It's going to be free for Ferocious. Out and into the net. Only 29 seconds in.
Yeah, man, no Lindenwood player, I believe, was even on the side of the pitch. Maybe Clay kind of eclipses that there towards the end, but easy first goal there for Kennesaw State. That is open, free, wide as they get. 29 seconds into this one. Dolo, Ferocious, Aura looking to string 1 and 2.
Straight
Ferocious.
down.
Ferocious.
Kennesaw right back to the offensive set, and that one able to find its way in. Stozard a bit too slow to it. Now it's only been 40 seconds and already a 2-0 lead for Kennesaw.
Yeah, and both of these goals against Lindenwood have come off the back of them just assuming an offensive possession very quickly, and then a takeaway for Kennesaw State to set up some kind of play with more open net type situations. Happened twice in 40 seconds. Clear mistakes here for Lindenwood, but the good news is they have plenty of time to undo this one.
Aura almost getting to it. Ferocious trying to get the read, can't find it, but Dolo can, winning out the challenge to keep the offense going. Lindenwood early has struggled to find offense. A minute in, nothing registered shot-wise. Kennesaw State 2 for 2 on their own shots, something that Lindenwood's going to need to watch out for.
Nailing it in. There's Stozard. Nicely done. Kind of a similar situation, except Kennesaw State players were a little bit closer, but still not close enough. Ferocious, Dolo, Aura, their lead nicks down from 2 into 1. Lindenwood gets on the board.
Good turnaround there from Lindenwood. Their first shot is a goal. Everybody shooting 100%. The first minute and some change.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Double mid there from Lindenwood. It's going to make it a little bit awkward. Still, the shot might be enough. Dolo just quick enough to get to it. Pinch out off the back wall. Who's there first? It's Aura, top shelf, and in. 3 for 3 goes Kennesaw State.
Wow, so, yeah, 5 total shots attempted. All of these assisted, though. That's really where my... No, excuse me. Yeah, no, all of these assisted. All of them assisted,
Oh, wow.
and only one shot that has not made it all the way in. When you started that statement earlier, everything had been assisted, and everything had gone in. How crazy. A team-based game indeed. Uno Mac! Maybe a fake. Not going to be exactly what they wanted. Play. Ops not on the very last side as they realized they had a little bit of space to work with. Full rotation defensively wise now for Lindenwood. Shot over and out.
Oh, no.
Why? We're going to have to watch that one again.
Yeah, this one looks like a little bit of miscommunication from Lindenwood. One caught up too far, tries to reverse into it. You got one coming up. It's just going to result in an own goal, unfortunately.
Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen, perhaps, there, Powder. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Done it before.
Fortunate there for Lindenwood, but still plenty of time to make the comeback. I mean, there's 3 minutes left. A very high-scoring affair we've got. So nothing to hang your head on too much so far if you're Lindenwood. Just got to get back the other way, look for some more offense. That is their struggle to this point, as they are not finding much of it. They've done it, or Kennesaw specifically has done a great job of maintaining the pressure. Ferocious doing what he can, get a pass down towards Dolo. It'll be Aura coming upfield. He actually turns back, waiting for Clay to give away possession. Clay cannot do anything, as instead Dolo trying to get over. Aura, last man back with the follow towards Dolo. Plenty of boost. Banger down. Ferocious cuts it off, and a streamer into the net to stretch it to 4.
Fear indeed. That's how you instill that into your opponents. My goodness. 140 kilometers per hour might actually be the fastest score we've seen on broadcast today across 4 series now. First 3 of which, none of which gone down to 3 games. At least an initial kickoff 1. Ferocious nor Aura can get out to it. A little bit past halftime, and again, your Lindenwood player, Lindenwood fan. Good news is there's still plenty of time to undo this 4-score lead in what is an incredibly high-scoring affair already.
What a play from Clay to bump the defender out of the net, but unable to find ball into the goal as Dolo tries to push this one forward. Can't quite do so. Ferocious take control on the corner. Behind Clay, Stozard able to clean it up. Nonak, however, was taken off the field, and a miss from Aura results in a shot from Stozar. The stop is still made. Lindenwood has to start all over again, trying to do anything they can to find another goal.
100 seconds left here. Uno Knack and the rest of Lindenwood have spent a solid little time on the offense, but not really found anything for it. Uno down bottom, solo defender, Aura tries to put it across them, can't quite get their defense hold strong.
Nonak taking over, running out of boost though, goes into the air, nothing left in the tank. Instead it's Dolo, a long clear out. And it feels like Kennesaw State understands they can really just play keep away at this point. Not completely in garbage time yet, but to the point where they can just waste time and know that they very likely got this one under wraps.
Yeah, 2-score lead, even 3-score lead sometimes, maybe a bit of a different story, but this is 100% garbage time at this point. Every time Kennesaw will hit this ball way skyward, it'll burn off 4 or 5 seconds, at least give them time to rotate and make scoring for Lindenwood just that much harder. Not willing to give this one up, though. Play comes up. As this other play comes down, can't quite connect on the elevator play.
Nonak looking to keep the offense on for Lindenwood. 30 seconds left. This one for sure sailed up. And if you're Lindenwood heading into game 2, it's not necessarily the number of shots that struggled. It's just kind of what we were talking about earlier. It's the quality of shots. It's the lack of quality shots that they are finding that's resulting in them being held scoreless. 13 seconds left. They're going to look to improve on that in game 2.
Yeah, it's just, again, quantity, quality, folks. 5 seconds left here. Game 1's over with. Kennesaw State has 7 attempted shots. Make it 8, looking like from Aura right there. Now, it is 8. Can't quite make it on the end. But 5 total scores, 8 shots, 7 until the very last one there. And I think it was 7 shots on the other side. No, 6 shots, excuse me, for Lindenwood. Only 1 makes it in. Again, quantity versus quality. Quality is going to win out every time, and Kennesaw State proves it in game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, there were plenty of stops from Kennesaw State. Dolo himself had 3, and there was 5 in total. So, I mean, the shots they are on, it's just they need to find better ones to be able to break through the defense. They're not putting enough pressure on Kennesaw State to make these high percentage opportunities. They can find more of that. I do like their chances, but unfortunately for them, Kennesaw State, they've been tight enough on defense to where they're not letting anything through. And offensively, they have been dangerous. If they don't find a way to shut that down as well, they're going to be in for it for the remainder of this series.
A game 2 where it's really going to have to be a turnaround type. Now, we've already seen a reverse sweep on stream. Not there yet, of course, but nobody wants to fight back from that 2-0 deficit. Game 2 coming in here. Still plenty of breathing room for Lindenwood, and if they tie it up right now and kind of fix the mistakes, some of them that they had there in game number 1, this will still be anybody's series. Taking on back over. Game 2 starting in just a second. There's one thing, your Lindenwood, that you would do in this game 2 powder to try and bring this one back a little bit, what would you say it was going to be?
I think it's opened up more space. It's something that Septilance and I will always talk about, which is the demolition play. I don't really see that from either team. I think Lindenwood's the one that can really capitalize on it. It's like what we saw with Butler and Northwood University early in game 1 of the very first game of the day. They opened up space by taking Northwood out and was able to walk away with a victory because of it. If they can do that against Kennesaw State, they're going to see Kennesaw struggling to find shots, and they're going to find space themselves to get their own shots and their own goals.
Yeah, exactly. This is just about an opportunity type situation, and if Lindenwood can go forth and really just turn the shot opportunities they have into a little bit more gold, then that is going to be the name of the game. Game 2 starting right now.
I'd like to see Lindenwood capitalize early on this off the kickoff. It is Dolo taking over. Aura can't get there in time. Unonak's going to be given a shot. Away by Ferocious. Long pinch out. Takes 100 boost with him. Can't get the follow, but he gets the bump. Takes out another. And 2 players miss from Lindenwood. Doesn't come back to bite them other than the pass to Aura. Backward shot put away. Long shot across the net. Also saved away, but the offense still on. Ferocious cut off at the last second. Aura coming up to keep it on even longer. With time, just no momentum. It's finally cleared out by Lindenwood.
Last player back, that's Dolo. Going epic on top of that save. They have earned it. Nicely done by maintaining this offensive pressure. Clay over right side. This will be bouncing back middle, and nobody gets anything but a front row seat to the first score. Lindenwood up. Lead achieved.
Good start from Lindenwood, exactly what they needed, getting the first goal of the game. With that, they can build momentum. Kennesaw State's been quiet early on. By this time, we had seen them with at least 2 goals already, still being silenced as Lindenwood looked for offense off the kickoff, but bumped out of the play. Stozard with an unfortunate miss. Luckily for him, no one on Kennesaw close enough to take advantage. Nonaka clear out right into the hands of Ferocious, laying it high off the wall, no one catching up, or a shot too high. It was a freebie. Luckily for him, he's got Dolo on the rebound. The game is tied.
Hey, it's always about the teammates, team-based game. Minute 14 seconds into this one. Dolo takes this off the top backboard, puts it on end, tied game. We have to go. Creating space, physical play, perhaps the name of the game here for Lindenwood. So far, it seems like they kind of just been playing the same game that they copied from game 1, though, gotta say.
Yeah, very similar feel towards game 1. Lindenwood still struggling to fully break out. They got the goal quicker than they did in game 1. They do need to get right back to it. Stozard right into the hands of Dolo, down for Aura. Just plays it forward, giving his team time to make a push up. Now it's Ferocious. As Dolo makes the turn, makes his way over towards the ball, wins out the challenge, but Aura wasn't expecting it to go out that far. Still able to keep the offensive on. Not much happening though, just a scrum in the corner as Dolo finally comes up, takes a shot that's cut away. It'll be Lindenwood looking to go back the other way.
Ferocious across the middle, forces the hand skin of these defenders, Lindenwood. Back foot right now as they're consistently finding themselves in this defensive position. Dolo with the second shot, did it earlier, trying to do it again. Ferocious up. That was going to be Aura actually that bit a little bit too much on this one. Just like that, Lindenwood has found themselves some great positioning, and that was almost Stozard finding their second.
Good stop by Kennesaw State on the back line. A bit awkward as well, but they fought their way through it. Dolo able to dribble it to the back wall. Aura bumped off the play, slows him down, bumped again, still gets the pass, but Ferocious either got bumped or didn't get the read. Dolo slows down the play again. Another scrum on the side wall this time as Ferocious plays it down, looking to break out, but can't quite do it. Kennesaw State, their pass is struggling a little bit. We saw a lot more passing in game 1. This time, Lindenwood doing a better job of cutting off the passing lanes, not allowing free space.
Allowing free space. And like maintaining that space and stuff is what we talked about this squad, and just like that, Lindenwood completely makes all of this area their own. Uno Knack puts this up perfectly. Dolo can't really get a clear on it by any means, and that's literally like all 3 of these Kennesaw State players right there just watching it unfold.
Lindenwood regains their lead. You need to maintain it though. It was quickly given away. Kennesaw State, Aura will look to do just that. Can't get the flip reset. Instead it's Ferocious. Where's the corner? Gets the follow. Dolo coming in, beats out everybody. Aura racing up. Decides to peel off. I think he thought that Uno Knack was going to make a faster challenge on the ball. Still into the hands of Kennesaw for offense. Not for long as Clay inches it back over towards Ferocious again, off the ceiling, looking for Aura. Drop down shot. Dolo cannot get around on it. Too tough of an angle, just wide. Clay sweeps it up, puts it to the side, slows him down even more.
Yeah, so still the offensive pressure against Lindenwood maintained until Clay. Fantastic hit right there. Stozard down bottom doesn't have the boost, but Dolo does. On over to the middle, Ferocious there. Members of Little One really have to get in the defensive right now. They're like hanging, okay, I was going to say, they're hanging on the middle right there, Powder. Like they were just going to easily take it away, but they're only putting 1 player up to even try to take this ball away and take possession.
Right now, it's a struggle for boost on the side of Kennesaw State. Not able to get any of it. It resulted in them getting pushed back towards defense. Now Aura's got plenty going up for Dolo, but Dolo's too slow to it. Ferocious, that challenge Into the hands of Clay towards an open net. Can't get there in time. Clay stretches it to 2 and about seals the Game 2 victory.
Yeah, so close now to a tied-up situation in a Game 4. Basically purchased with that one right there. That's the insurance goal purchase in 18 seconds. A lot required from Kennesaw State. Basically have to win this kickoff. Get that one on in. Maybe even a demo off a kickoff or something like that to try and purchase yourself a little wiggle room on the outside. Either way, not going to happen. Back to the middle. Dolo up, Dolo in. Okay. We've got a game on our hands, maybe?
Yeah, certainly not over yet. They got the kickoff goal in, 7 seconds, and they've got 11 to now get the second one in, get the game tied up. We'll see what they have to pull out on the kickoff to try to get this going.
Yeah, the idea here, of course, is that once it hits triple zeros as well, these higher-level Rocket League teams will have enough. That's off the middle. Oh, no, the miscoordination! Thero's just an Aura almost just take this perfect opportunity and dump it into the wastebasket. Aura kind of comes up and then, like, sort of moves like he's playing for Uno. That's going to be enough for Uno kind of back off right there. And then the other Lindenwood player, wow. What a bit of a comeback. Again, what 12 seconds ago, we were looking at a 2-score deficit for Lindenwood.
And what an attempt from Uno Knack. He wasn't even bumped. He just couldn't catch up. The ball was too perfectly placed. Ooh, Stozar dangerously keeping it up, but it is dropped to the ground. And yet another overtime on the day.
Who'd have guessed it? Who'd have guessed it? FBI Tugboat would have, I tell you that much. I've been talking about it enough. Dolo over here. Goes way up high. Just kind of showing off what he can do, I guess. Not sure. Aura, shot on point. Can't get to it. That's on point! Heartbreaking. Wow, so Kennesaw State wins 5-1 in game number 1. Lindenwood comes roaring, screaming, scratching and clawing back this game number 2. Push it to overtime, and then this one, it really isn't even that long-winded, unfortunately.
And that one's just so tough to watch if you are Lindenwood, because I mean, in the overtime, they weren't even necessarily poorly positioned on the field. It was just such a hard banger that they couldn't catch up to it. He got up, but just not quick enough for that powerful shot. And what a comeback. 2 goals in 18 seconds to get the victory. I mean, yeah, like what is the math on that? Probably 3 goals and a total of 25 seconds of gameplay, including overtime. What a comeback for Kennesaw State. They take a 2-0 series lead and now are very well positioned to take the sweep.
Exactly. Now, game 3 will look like, a very, very close game, like we saw in game 2, or we're going to see another 5-1. The good news is for Lindenwood is I think they really just discovered exactly what it is that they were doing in game 1 that they didn't necessarily want to do. But here's another little tidbit of information for you guys. We have not seen a sub so far. We're going to see it here. Clay out. Beat MD. Going to be in here for your Lindenwood squad right here. Now, will this be the juice that this squad needs to kind of bring it back right here? Start building towards their own reverse sweep? Or is this going to be it here on a long day of Rocket League, guys? Sorry, man, I can't talk today.
I mean, I have seen subs come in before and be able to fuel their team towards a reverse sweep and get it done, so it certainly is possible. However, this could also be Lindenwood trying to get some experience in for other players as well. We'll just have to see how Beat comes out and how he plays with his teammates. It can be a little bit tricky when you're bringing in somebody who hasn't been playing for the previous 2 games. You build up a chemistry over the series of how each player is playing that game, and now suddenly you're bringing in a new player that kind of not disrupts, but kind of just, it affects it in a way. So I'm interested to see how Beat affects it coming into this series, because at this point, I mean, Lindenwood, they're down to their last game. So at this point, they might as well just go for it.
Yeah. Throw it against the wall, see what sticks. I do like this, though, because, I mean, the whole thing about subs is these teams have obviously played together. Hopefully warmed up Beat was, maybe playing a little bit of, some rank, something like this on the outside. Now, Lindenwood knows this player. Kennesaw State cannot say the same. See how this one goes and the effect that it has on this Game 3 last chance situation.
Rocha is looking to play it down. Double commit from Kennesaw State, leaving Aura is last. Now it's a free ball for Stozer, and he's going to take advantage. Lindenwood lead early on.
Gonna take one, add another one to it. That's the lead that Lindenwood had about this time last game. That was dissolved very, very quickly. That's the game of Rocket League. Kennesaw State looking to strike back after this first 30-second goal on the inside. It looks like the Beat MD sub for Clay is working so far.
Dolo looking to shut it down and get the momentum back on the side of Kennesaw State. Ferocious beating one player. One was taken off the field on the side of Lindenwood. Doesn't seem to affect them too much until the shot comes in. Uno Knack forced to race after and get the stop. Where it's completely open space. Stozard up towards the air. Dolo towards the side. Cannot get the follow. Stozard looking for the roll down pass. Instead it's Ferocious on a long clear out, trying to set Kennesaw State up.
Aura, really, really weird touch on this one. Gonna be enough for Lindenwood to a solid attempt at this possession. Aura now left side, a little bit of a better hit as Stozard kind of tries to bring this one up from the top. Aura out, Ferocious has this one. That's a decent shot. Uno's forced to play it. And now Dolo will be able to pick this one up off the right corner. Plenty of boost in the tank. It's shot up and just a little bit to the outside. Ferocious covers this one up. And Dolo's kind of playing that back position, though. Wise decision. Don't want to go down by 2.
Tough spot for Kennesaw State to be in. An excellent passing play. Turns into nothing other than a shot. Still, plenty of time and up 2-0 in the series. They're not sweating just yet. Especially on the beat. Stozard up. Trying to roll it down one more time. Uno Knack coming in now. Plays it into the corner as Dolo banging it long way out. Ferocious looking for the backward shot. Played it behind a defender. Cannot get a successful challenge. Or will come in though. Get challenge himself off the ceiling. Ferocious shot. Actually slows it down. Plays it towards the side. Just looking to keep this offensive pressure on until they crack the defense off the passing play.
Fantastic. Ferocious abiding by the life mantra that it's not flashy, it doesn't count as a point. Fantastic stuff right here. 7 seconds away from halftime. I think we saw, well, that was Volt Destroyer, real offensive juggernaut for the University of Wisconsin earlier. Kennesaw State, I think that name is Ferocious.
Halftime now. Kennesaw State tying the game. However, given away towards Lindenwood and given away again. Aura beaten out and Ferocious, the last one home. Did not expect that to happen. Instead, the lead right back into the hands of Lindenwood.
So this one goes down. I guess Aura goes for it and Ferocious tries to avoid the demo. So this kind of would have happened either way, even if they'd stayed, like, kind of held their ground right there. Not sure. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. That's just theory crafting at this point, folks. Still plenty of time to bring this one back, but Kennesaw State, they dropped this one. That's exactly what Lindenwood needs. Oh my god.
Quick rush from Ferocious. Not able to get the goal. Dolo will come up, keep offense on. Ferocious with plenty of boost. This one just a bit wide. What
That's
a read it would have been.
It's like the same position that Kennesaw State has put like 5 of these goals, like just a little bit to the upside, just a little bit to the right, like same spot. If this was an actual goal, they would have beat a hole through that part of the net.
Accuracy issues from Kennesaw State, not too bad to this point, but like you said, anytime they are missing, it's in the same spot, and eventually Lindenwood's going to get a read. Cannot get the bump from Dolo. Instead, Uno Knack towards the net, or a last one gets the touch just barely. Ferocious off the side. Who's going to follow it? It's Beat MD, or with a long read out. Looking to chase down Uno Knack. Good turn from Stozard to shut down the offense. Set back for Lindenwood.
Dolo accepting the pass. A little bit of a weird one. That's on point. Aura actually influences this. Aura goes for Stozard. That might have been a different story. You might be looking at points on the board. That's going to be enough for Ferocious, though. Once again, if it's not flashy, it doesn't count.
Look at this. Bang, bang, and bang from Ferocious. It was a slow roller, but the passing plays ultimately the key here for Kennesaw State up to this point with 1:10 remaining. They tie the game back up. They look to complete yet another comeback and try to win this game and win the series in a sweep.
Dolo. Liking the sound of that sweep right now as Aura puts this one really weak, and Knack with an even weaker clear. Ferocious, everything in a bag of chips attempted. That was about everything they needed, but just need a little bit more boost to try and get that triple tap. Gonna be a little bit too high on that one, but still the offensive raging strong against Lindenwood.
Ooh, Ferocious a little bit too over it. You know, the net open. Aura in the middle of his flip gets there. And nobody cutting off Aura until Beat MD gives it over to Stozard on the side, losing control. Now it's back towards the net. Slow enough for Beat MD to take over. He loses control though. Back towards Dolo with space and boost. Goes into the air, tries to go underneath Uno Mac, can't get it done. Stozard back onto Ferocious as his flip if he wants it. Instead cleared out. Do we see yet another overtime? Not what Dolo wants. Back over for Uno Neck. The shot put away by Ferocious. Now Dolo long clear out. Do they choose to go to overtime? Wow. Uno Neck does kill it in our second straight overtime.
I'm trying to do math. That's 8 overtimes now, folks. That's 8 overtimes. Again, you take single-digit numbers, you put them together, it doesn't work. I'm the F-guy tugboat head. Ferocious, Dolo, last player back. Can't barely get to it. But Aura! Freebie. Free as a Costco sample. Free as air. Free as rain falling down. That's water from the sky, folks. That's everything for Kennesaw State right here to make it in 3.
Fantastic series from them, a sweep, which, to be honest, this was not the match that I expected to end up in a sweep. I expected this one to be a little bit closer, but what a show that Kennesaw State put on. Fantastic series, fantastic passing plays from them, just picking apart that Lindenwood defense, ultimately resulting in 2 straight overtime victories and the sweep victory in the series.
Yeah, a fantastic cap on this one. Games 2, much closer. Both of them overtime. That was 4-3 Kennesaw State, 3-2 Kennesaw State. Especially after a 5-1 that we see this coming out. If it had to be a sweep, I'm glad there was still like, a pretty sweep. We got a little bit extra overtime, right? I'm glad that we got that at least. And like, instead of just a shutdown type situation of one of these teams. When we return, very short break, little interview action coming at you. We'll get one of the, no interview, excuse me. Well, I believe with that there, Powder, we have reached my least favorite part of any broadcast. That, of course, is the end. I'm FEI Tugboat. Powder, do you have anything else for the good people before they bid them adieu after a fantastic day of Rocket League?
I mean, yeah, that's all I gotta say. What a day of Rocket League it was. I think we started this series, 6 for 13 going into overtimes. You said 8, so we finished 8 for 16 in overtimes. Half of our games went the extra distance. What a day it was. Only 1 sweep as well. I mean, yeah, what a fantastic day. Excellent series all around, and congratulations to the victors tonight.
The sweep and the reverse sweep. Does that count? Does that count? I don't know.
Duh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, how perfect is that, right? Like 2-3-1s, a full 5-game series, right? For a reverse sweep as well, and then a 3-0 that was still close. Like I really. I'm not trying to blow Nay Star League up a little bit too much here, guys, but I don't know what else Rocket League entertainment-wise you could ask for. Are you not entertained? I don't know. 8 for 16 overtime games here. That's going to be it for us over here at Nay Star League. Big shout out to production staff. That's Mikey T, and that is Furme. Man, it's been a long day. I'm just going to go ahead and get out of here. Is that cool with you, Powder?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Okay. It's been a long one.
It has been. Till next time, guys.